It would be okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I will
okay.
hand to know.
He will take care of your file.
We need to write.
Okay. Yeah, you might be a little bit tired. Let's focus on very interesting presentations now. How many of you like games? Virtual reality? Not yet, right? Anybody like head-mount systems? No? You play it sometimes?
I didn't. I often use a virtual.
Virtual reality. So this presentation is about the virtual reality, how to use the virtual reality. Maybe his presentation is Japanese, so I'm just trying to give a very nutshell. In virtual reality, we need to create many 3D points to move something. While creating 3D points, there are some noises it comes. So it needs to reduce the noise. So then it can easily. So for example, if you have a robot, it needs to move in a field. So if some 3D points come wrong, that traveling will be wrong. So he worked dedicatedly to develop some program by himself and also upload it to GitHub as a part of the AI stage. One more time.
No, I can start.
Okay, all right. He has lots of gadgets and devices. Just give him some time. All right.
Okay.
So Nakamura, please go ahead.
Okay, so hi, this is Nakamura, and today I want to try English presentation of Japanese. I tried on the train to come here. I tried to present in English. I spent 30 minutes, but in here I need to make it 15 minutes. So let me omit the details, but let me try in English. So if my English was not good enough and my presentation was not good, let me graduate. So, the slide is in Japanese, and my content is like introduction and literature, review of literature and method, and experiment and conclusion. And first, introduction. First, my theme is like my research is like validation and development of a first-person view point cloud editing system using real head-mount display. Okay. So first of all, what is point cloud? Point cloud is like this one is instance, and point cloud has at least coordinate like XYZ, the 3D environment, or most point cloud data has also RGB colors, or sometimes the normal map vectors, or some the brightness or something as an option. But basically coordinate and RGB is the basic one. And how do we get the point cloud? And basically infrared sensor or depth sensor or LiDAR would be the main method. And sometimes it can be from the photo or some ways. But anyway, LiDAR is the basic. And I use this one many times. And yes, here is some example of the usage of point cloud. And for automated driving, in advance, if we get the environment data and then the LiDAR on the car, it will scan and then match and slam where the car is located. And here's another example. Sorry, I didn't press. Okay, I give up. And yes, this is the digital archiving of the Notre Dame Cathedral in France. It burned a few years ago, but the digital archiving of it helped rebuilding. So, and in this research, I want to focus on the denoising, just denoising. And first of all, if we try to denoise the point cloud noise, we need to discuss the algorithm method first of all. And basically, the normal map or dispersion would be the best way. But in the wide area scan, algorithm processing is not useful. And so we need to do manual processing if we want more detailed, clear point cloud. And but the 3D point cloud processing in the 3D display is a bit difficult because point cloud acceptability or visibility is not good. Like this, we cannot. Can you define where the rabbit stands? And I said the wide area point cloud. Wide area point cloud is the if I scan this room, it would be the wide area scan. And here's my background of my why I choose this research. I work as another research instrument or research center, and I do scanning or point cloud processing or data graphics or Excel development and stuff. And here's the from the example. Come on. Okay. Can you see that here's a noise? It is a tomb. The scans of tomb, but it has a lot of noise because I couldn't enter the tomb only myself. I need another people to observe me. So I need to clear this point cloud, and the research group member asked me to denoise it. I spent like 1 hour and 30 minutes or something. It was a hard task. And yes, manual point cloud denoising takes time, and I cannot assure accuracy, or accuracy is not good. I don't have confidence. So I came up with this idea. If we use VR and I try to denoise like this, I can denoise faster and more accurate. So next thing, the review of literatures. Yes. We need to rush. Okay, so I use the Cloud Compare, which is a GUI software commonly used, and we have another method like in GUI, but this is I use this one because I process like in your GUI or like human interface, so I choose GUI as a comparison. And how do we process algorithm? And we use outlier, or dispersion. And in this room, if we define the people, each people as a point, I would be the outlier. And algorithm, another algorithm is like, if we scan, the floor would be unstable, a bit of noise, so need to flatten. For that kind of method, the algorithm is very useful. But people, like while I'm scanning, some people remains as a noise, but the noise cannot be deleted enough. And another way, like deep learning method, is also discussed recently. But anyway, their objective is basically outlier removal or bilateral filtering. So it's not usual for wide area scanning. And here is another similar research. I found it, and the Portsmouth University students or members did it, and they focused on the point cloud labeling for classification of deep learning, and they suggest like the point cloud processing, manual processing method is not good in terms of human-computer interaction, and their features is like they use Unity game engine and use Meshlab server as a processing. Unity used for rendering. So they okay, yeah. And another research, similar research, and first of all, what is game engine? Game engine is like if we have I just imagine if you're gaming with a smartphone, cell phone, or controllers, we send input, right? Like tap or a button or something, and then game engine process it and calculate it, and then output images or movies or sound. Yeah, that is the task of game engine. And yeah, Unreal Engine is also a game engine, and this is a more high graphic and then Unreal Engine. Why I choose Unreal Engine for this system? Because Unreal Engine has a wider point very useful plugin for point cloud, and so it can be calculate or render and process on itself, and also image has a Excel real development plugin. And yeah, I developed this one, this system, like as the point cloud. This is the debug orchard. Yeah, we can see like like this, and yeah, point cloud but at profitability, so cannot yet. But I can delete with controllers, and I can see on real headphone display. Yeah, and I posted it on GitHub, so you can see on this thing. I also mentioned in the abstractions. And here is the experiment, not only development. I cannot graduate, so I need to experiment for validation. The object is like, if I use, everyone can denoise more shorter and more accurate if they use real system system I developed. And yeah, so a point like this is the instance of point cloud. The white one can be processed with algorithm, but the black ones here cannot be created. So focus on the black ones, the pedestrian noise, I guess. So, but the subject cannot detect which point is the noise. So I colored red the noise as the noise. So, and then I compare with the previous method as a crowd compare segment 2. And yeah, this is the previous method, defined as the previous method. And detect the point cloud, the noise, and then segment and cut. Oh, I don't have time. So okay, just skip. And how do we evaluate? We evaluate as a confusion matrix, which is used for evaluation of machine learning classification model. And here is a recap of the confusion matrix. We define if the subject denoise as a noise, it would be the positive. regard it as positive and the estimation positive, and the subject, the subject remained as a environment point. I assume it as a expect negative. Okay, and we focus on the recall and measure. And yeah, I prepared like this point, noise point, and environment data, and mix like this, and let the subject denoise. Okay, yeah, it's the environment of the experiment. And first of all, I experimenter demonstrate how to use it, and then after that, the subject practice, and then they denoise with this university libraries entrance denoising noise. Yes, and after that, then the subject to denoise with this tune point cloud, and the result was like this. Let's focus. Okay. If they use cloud compare, but and if they use real, oh, very good. And cloud compare with the tune, oh, very bad, like 0.3. But 0.99, very good. So, okay, let me skip the questionnaire. So here's conclusion. Anyway, recall was great, and I tried to try the multi-regression analysis, but the data was not good, and the sample was not enough, so I give up. But anyway, I can say my system. I could suggest a system that is process more shorter and more accurate. So, yeah, I will develop. Keep developing. Okay, yes, that's all. Thanks so much.
I really admire his English. He has done very good English because very technical things, right? So very technical things. Explaining in English is not so easy. Like me, when I explain Japanese, very technical, it's not so easy for me. So we'd like to have a very big hands for your graduation soon, hopefully. Okay.
Hopefully.
So hopefully. Is there any question for Nakamura? Okay, Shailen, please.
Thanks for your presentation, and I saw you create a very big 3D point coordinate of our T. Parker orchard.
Yes.
And I want to ask you, GPU and the CPU, which one you use to run this point coordinate?
Basically GPU, but sometimes calculate on CPU, because the point cloud rendering process, or it has a multiple processing, like rendering and processing, or input output processing, or something. So some tasks use CPU and some tasks use GPU, but we need to I experimented in a system of GeForce 3880 or 90 my desktop. It works, but if we use this PC, it has a GPU with a GeForce 1050. It doesn't work. So GPU is necessary, and CPU performance also necessary.
Okay, thank you very much.
What is the current speed? What is the current speed of your system? It is real time. It can be deployed in, for example, in navigation card or other device.
So you mean the frame rate?
The speed.
Speed,
Yeah, the current speed.
current speed.
Yeah,
Uh,
because it's a near time to create the 3D, right? What is the time?
so maybe I could say it's not a real time. I mean real time scanning, like as you may
Maybe your
imagine.
question is duration time. Duration.
Duration.
違うかな
Maybe
sorry,
the
sorry.
detection speed or clearing the noise, denoising, how much time?
Yes.
Yeah, denoising time. So I use the denoise. How much time it requires?
Like with VR system, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it can be processed real time, like
No speed. Elliptical speed.
the movement speed. You mean?
Moving speed.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your speed like?
Yeah, we can. You can set the speed. Like if you wanna move faster, you can do it. Like but in this one, yes. Oh, okay. I'll tell you later. Okay.
Go ahead.
If we do like do with the joysticks, it works. And but it's fast, right? So it's fast. So if we grab this button, it works slower. So we can choose the speed, the movement speed.
Yeah. And my question is,
Okay.
maybe it will be deployed in a navigation car. Like
Okay.
in agriculture field.
Okay.
The car is very fast.
Yes.
The speed is enough.
Uh,
It can process or not.
You mean is it for scanning, video scanning in advance? This is for after scanning the export like start file and then we process. It's not a real time.
Oh.
It's not connected to a LiDAR sensor. So it's not both simultaneous.
First, prepare the map of the cloud, thank you for optimistic verification.
It can be real time in the future.
No, I don't think it's not needed.
Because the field always change.
You're a timekeeper, so you're. Yeah, I have no hands because timekeeper is asking the question.
Okay, so, sorry, we can discuss later.
Yeah, maybe I will release you from the timekeeping and you can ask more questions. All right, we need to move forward. So thank you very much for your time.